Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show. Well, folks, it's that time of year again. The fall leaves are turning fall colors. And football is on the TV. And baseball is just about getting off. So, did you have something is this your favorite time of year, Cerny?
This is my favorite time of year.
I agree. Are you a fan of hockey?
No.
I just got into hockey a little bit, the Sharks, but
Can't stand it.
Yeah. Football's here, and do you think fantasy football or fantasy baseball is more by the American people in general? I would probably say football.
Yeah.
And,
It's once a week.
oh, right.
You know, baseball, it's every day.
It's a lot of tooling, and you got to know the players, too.
Yeah.
And we won't go talking. We'll stick on topic for this one.
Okay.
So,
For you listeners.
yeah, you're welcome.
stay
We're
focused.
doing you a
We'll take our
service.
Ritalin for this.
We'll drink our juice, and it was like we're talking a week or two before the season starts.
That's right.
And we were kind of like, oh, anyone in a football league who wants to do a pick'em league, and
Yeah, so we're in a fantasy football, but we're not in the traditional draft of players.
right.
So some of us are. I'm not.
I've never played in one of those. So you draft offense.
And a defense. You draft
But a
basically
defensive-
mostly offensive players, and you get
Okay.
like one defense and special teams.
Okay, so you would say, okay, I'm taking the Dolphins defense
Yeah.
and the
defense.
Seattle's special teams.
No, it's defense and special
Oh,
teams.
okay.
Is on the traditional.
But then you pick your quarterback, your wide receiver, your
you're
full.
right, but yeah, you usually
Okay.
get one last. Now, Tony, you son of a bitch, you didn't invite me this year.
Oh,
But
he would.
it was you, Joe. This is guilty. The year before I played, and you got one quarterback, two running backs.
So it's a blended of baseball sort of where you still have to pick some players, but you would instead pick a whole pitching staff or something.
Yeah.
You don't. There's a certain aspect that you don't have to worry about it, so it's not as bad.
Yeah. Generally, I think, who did I pick first? Adrian Peterson.
That's rough now these days. Yeah. But so there's that where it's pretty in depth, and I would say you have to have probably average to above average football NFL intelligence to be successful and to have fun doing that.
And you have to do, it's the same kind of strategies. A little bit difference is like, you don't want to pick all your players that have like the same bye week because then you're fucked week 10.
Right, okay.
You're taking a 0.
That's true. And so then there's another version of fantasy called Pick'em,
Yes.
where it's simply, the Dolphins are playing the Seahawks, and
Who's gonna win?
Who's going to win? So there's also the spread that you can pick against. You can pick straight up that you just pick the winner. The spread would be, the Seahawks will win by 3 or more.
3.5, yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 or 3. And you either say that'll happen or no, you think that the Seahawks will win by less than 3 or they'll lose.
Yes.
So this is kind of the spread. So you can win even if the team you picked didn't win, if that makes any sense.
So this is, what week are we in? 5?
We don't put time dates on certain yet. Yes, we're the season's early.
So it's early in the season. There's a team that's favored by 10.
Yeah.
So if I
That's
pick,
pretty big.
So if I pick, let's just say, for say the Browns,
Right.
which are a 10-point underdog, if they lose by 9, I still get
You
the pick.
win. So it's not
because the other team didn't cover the spread.
didn't cover the spread. So this kind of took me a little bit to understand, first of all, that. And we're kind of sitting around, we should do this. And we just had a fantasy league, so we had some fun with that.
Yeah.
And we said, let's throw together a league. And it would be fun just to throw $20 at it. Yeah. And that way, you win $5 each week that you win or whatever. We didn't kind of figure the math out very well because we're fucking idiots. But So then we started saying, okay, let's start inviting people. And we're saying it's a $50. Was it 50?
$50 bucks. Yes.
$50 to enter for the whole season.
Yes.
And there'll be weekly payouts and then a payout at the end. And we're like, well, we might get 10 people. Like, I'll invite someone from work and Joe will do that and blah, blah, blah. And it'll be fun.
And this idea came up
the week before.
On, I think it was the Sunday, wasn't it? It was the Sunday or the Monday.
And the game started on Thursday.
Yeah. And
by Thursday, we, in our group, had 35 people join this league.
Yes.
And like I am the banker. People are PayPaling me. I have never heard of these people.
Yeah.
We got fucking spreadsheets going on with algorithms in there.
Who's a deadbeat?
Who's not paying? Who hasn't paid? What's the breakdown of the games and the weeks? So I think we were all pretty impressed with how quickly we turned this football pool together.
Last minute shit idea.
And 35 people are in on it. Pretty cool. If you win 1 week, you get your money back. And then at the end, it's like $500 payout for first place, $300 for second, something along those lines.
That, yeah.
Like we got
we
got a lot of money.
You want to win the whole thing.
Right. Now, Joe and Dana, who are a bit more versed in gambling, were more of like, let's get, who cares about getting your weekly money back? I want to win big at the jackpot.
And the way you win the jackpot is who has the highest picking percentage. All 17 weeks, who has the highest picking percentage is going to win the jackpot.
So, usually by midday Sunday, there's a pretty distinct line if you have a chance or if you're fucking screw the pooch. But
last few mornings have fucked.
Right. By the time the 1:30 games roll around, you're like, fuck, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. But I will say that for this season, it has done what I've wanted it to, which has got me a little bit more concerned about all the games that are happening.
Yeah.
Like, I never would have watched a Thursday night game unless it was the Seahawks, which is my team, or, my wife had it on because it's the Ravens. But now I'm watching it because the game matters to me a little bit. So, what's so funny?
No, it's like the Ravens. It's like, oh, that's who Ravenous Ravens.
Oh, yeah. So everyone has their team name, and we're going in there like trying to look and like.
I had a high suspicion it was, but now it's confirmed
live. No, she is a Ravens fan, and I'm a Seahawks fan, which doesn't make any sense. But anyway, Cerny's the Rams something. His team name has Rams in it, and Joe's has Joe in it, so it's that part isn't too tough.
Car Ramrod.
Car Ramrod. There you go. And you had you were in second place?
Yeah, I've slipped to currently 8th.
Okay. Ooh. But everyone's within, if you had a good week.
I think I'm at 50% picking percentage. And
wow. What am I doing? How am I doing? I had the past couple weeks I've been all right.
So the top person has 58%.
Okay. So isn't that crazy that you're like the top of the league and you're barely better than the coin flip?
That was when you start picking spreads.
Right. And the spreads will really, it really throws an extra curveball into it.
We are tied.
50%. Okay. Now, how do you think you would do if you just were picking straight up?
Straight up? Probably.
Do you think that would be bump into the 70 range?
Yeah, I'd probably be in the low 70s. Maybe high 60s. 69. I'll go 69.
69. I like that. That sounds good, Cerny. And, the spreads definitely throw a wrinkle into it because early, and I wish I can kind of start over, early in the season, I'm probably would go mostly underdogs rather than the favorite because there's so many fucking upsets you don't. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
It was tough.
And now week 4, 5, 6, 7, probably all the way to week 10, stuff is getting ironed out where like, okay, this team is solid this year and this team fucking sucks like the Niners.
Yeah.
So that's how you're kind of sorting that stuff out.
There's a couple teams like the Chargers.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do. And speaking of spreads, it's hard to explain with the kids when they're watching,
Yeah.
Who are you going for, what they say.
Right.
And I always have to correct them. I'm not really going for this team.
Right.
I've bet on this team. But anyway.
I'm not rooting for the Browns. I've
bet.
They can't lose by 10.
Yeah, that's what it is. Well, they won,
Right.
But they didn't cover the spread.
But
well, what do you mean? I still lost.
Right.
But they won. But they win by 5.
now I do this, and this could be horrible strategy. But if you're going to win, it's not going to be by picking with, because when you in Yahoo, when you're picking, it's like, who the on the game was, the Niners versus the Cardinals. And they're like, okay, 54%.
61% picked the Cardinals and 39% picked them.
And you're like, oh, should I go with everyone? And then you click that. Like, you got to go against the grain for one or two, because that's how you, because these weeks, these weeks are only getting won by 1 or 2 points. So there's got to be somebody that picks these games that no one else is picking to differentiate. Yeah. I'm just going to repeat what Cerny said just moments ago.
Now,
so what's your strategy?
My brother is in our league.
Oh, yeah. Is my brother in?
I don't know.
I don't think he is. Maybe I didn't ask him. He might not be.
Whoops.
I don't think he's big into football,
So, Tanosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Which is my brother. Fucking Dolphins.
What's his team name? Now you can get in trouble if you start betting with your heart.
Now, he's at a 48%.
It's not bad.
But he is one that he follows football, but he's the one that goes off the books wild shit sometimes. Where
it's not even.
Yes. Where it's like, why would you do that?
No, I thought I learned my lesson early in the season with these massive spreads. I think the first or second of the game, the Seahawks were favored by like 14 points.
Oh, against the Dolphins.
And they won. So I was kind of happy, but they won by 2 points. So I was fucking mad because now, Cerny, do you always place the bet with your heart, with your Rams, no matter what the situation is?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Now,
looking at outcome of week 1.
Right.
I would have been a fool.
Yeah.
But as of right now, or maybe not. I'm looking good.
Right. No, Cerny, the Rams have been hot, so Cerny's looking good. Now, the Seahawks were really highly favored early in the season, and I actually, on Sunday morning, my last change that I have made, I had, when they played the Niners, the spread was pretty big on that game.
9.5.
9.5, and they had just come off a loss to the Rams.
Yes.
And I was like, how's the fucking spread? There's no way they're going to cover this. Because the Niners looked all right in their last game, and I was like, fuck. And I had actually picked the Niners, hoping that I would be happy if, because if the Seahawks won, I'm happy either way because I win my pick and they win. I changed it in the morning, and the Seahawks covered, which projected me up. I got that little 1 or 2 plus points that week. I didn't win the week, but, it put me at second or third place, top points for the week.
See, now...
So I think I have to go with my gut, go with my heart on the Seahawks.
With that one, I remember, because we have a group text message with Tony and Dana and Jill.
Right.
And I remember you asking if the Seahawks going to cover, and I remember we were just talking about usual shit. Well, fuck yeah, they are.
Right.
And I think I was like, I think I had picked the Niners to no cover.
Yeah.
But I had done so much shit talking, I was like, I can't. Now I got to change my pick.
Oh.
I have changed to the Seahawks because I ran my mouth. I can't.
Well, now you're good. Now, in recent weeks, the Niners, I don't know, they're not so hot right now.
No.
At the time of this recording, they're not very hot.
And we are loving it here at Chip and Cern.
We are
loving it.
We are at the Chip and Cern headquarters. Now, I would say a fair amount, 80% of the league we're in is probably Niners fans.
Yes.
And I've noticed there's a lot of Niners diehards in there, like picking the Niners no matter what. And I'm like, I'll take the fucking free points on you motherfuckers.
I'll do a point donation.
Yeah. Now, the reason that I like the situation that we have now is in fantasy baseball, the end of the season, me and you were kind of in the gutters.
Yes.
And it didn't really fucking matter if we set our lineup once a week or if we had our best starter on the bench. With a football, with the chance to win every week, you kind of got to put your picks in. Although I've been noticing some people have not been.
Some people have forgotten.
I don't know why. Well, maybe. No, I don't know why, actually. Yeah.
I have it set. Do you get the email a day before? Reminder, hey, you got to pick a pick?
Yeah. Now, here's one thing that I lost out on. I was like, okay, let me go in and just make the Thursday pick. because the league locks at 2 different times. It locks at right before Thursday kickoff.
Yeah, ball kicked off, locked.
Yeah, it's locked. Then Sunday at 10 a.m.
Yep, locked.
Now, I put in my Thursday pick, which was cool, and then I was, during the game, when the game was on, I was on my laptop, and I was making the rest of my picks. And then I got down to the tiebreaker, which they say, like, oh, what's the score of the Green Bay Vikings game? What's it going to be?
Yeah.
And then they give you another game, and then at the end of that, there's like 4 tiebreaker questions. Who scores the most and least points? You can't pick those once the Thursday game's kicked off.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right. So the more you know. Because I was like, oh, and then it was like, oh, yeah, obviously maybe the team that scored 0 on Thursday, I could put them in. So,
okay.
But I doubt it would go to all the way down to that. Like, the
that's a
odds of that
stretch.
happening
That's a
would be
stretch.
fucking crazy. Now, in our league, this one person almost nearly, how many was he off of a perfect?
Oh,
I want to say 2 or 3 games from the whole week he picked.
it was
All but 2 or 3 games he picked correctly.
last week, you mean?
Yeah, I think. And we had kind of discussed like making a new. We'll steal from the jackpot at the end to give you a weekly bonus, because I think that would be probably a pretty unusual thing if you got all the picks.
Yeah, that should be. Yeah, he got
It was like
12 out of
12 out of 14 or 12 out of 13 games or something. It was pretty wild. Oh no, it started to go sideways at the end.
Yeah, it did.
But it was still-
he was perfect in the morning, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
As I'm thinking about
And
it.
I was like, fuck, this guy. And he won the week, or that person won the week, right? To
Yes.
go,
Oh, yeah.
go pack. he beat everyone by like 4 points. Yeah, so I'm having fun, and this is a cool thing. Dana's chick's in there, my chick is in there. We have a couple other ladies in there. It's something to where you don't have to be. Your football knowledge can be below average, and you can still have a chance of winning money.
Because of the upset.
Yeah,
I mean, any week something could happen, and
right. Yeah, it's not like, oh, I didn't lock my defense, or they're on the bot, whatever the situation is.
I've done that. I forgot to put the fucking defense.
Oh, and that wrecks your whole. You're done. You're sunk for that one, right? Yeah.
Wreck's your Sunday.
It wrecks your Sunday.
Defense. No, but if you fucking forget him,
The quarterback. or
yeah,
something?
you're fucked.
Totally. Now, football has kind of been getting. I saw something come across that they're having like the lowest ratings and lowest viewers that they've been having as of late. And they were talking about potentially fining teams for what they're posting on social media.
Oh,
So if you were the Rams and you beat your rival, the 49ers, and you made some shit talking post on Facebook, like the team did, you can get a fine for that.
you wonder why your ratings are down?
Right. And it's like, geez. And they're giving these excessive celebration penalties and fines, and it's pretty. What do you
I think
think
they're
of
a little out of hand. I mean, I agree that the celebrations and the height of T.O. running to the star and doing all that shit.
Yeah.
To our lawns. I get it. He went a little overboard.
Right.
But now it's so ticky-tack, come on.
Yeah, and the same thing. Now, what do you think with these quarterback protection and kicker protection penalties? And people are getting fined for hits and horse collars. They're getting fined for these type of penalties. What do you think?
I don't like the quarterback one. I mean, basically, you got to hit him in the midsection
Yeah,
and midsection only. Which, I mean, that's a small window, especially if you're running guys in front of you. I mean, come on.
yeah. Now, to play
I get
devil's advocate,
the no dive at the knees or anything like that.
yeah, that's good. And I mean, we've been seeing, especially it seems like the past 3 years, ex-NFL players, young ones retiring, saying, I'm like, I woke up and I'm not remembering stuff that well. The Junior Seau thing.
Oh yeah.
All these old players like having some serious brain trauma and issues, and that whole lawsuit against the NFL for all the concussions. It is kind of nice to see them protecting players a little bit more. And yes, I do like to see the quarterback just get like fucking destroyed on a sack every once in a while and take
Especially
a huge.
another one.
I agree with that. But, how many times can this person get their fucking brain knocked around, or their brain knocked around their skull before they're 45 and they're like eating through a straw because they're brain dead, just because everyone wanted to see them get lit up while you're slamming Cheetos down your face on Sunday morning, and eating chicken wings and shit. So I mean, I don't know. I do agree the horse collar and these like really janky
when it's ticky tack,
jerky like face head stuff is not good. Some of the quarterback ones are like, I don't know if I'm playing D line and I'm coming to sack you and you throw the pass off and I'm literally 2 steps away from you. How does that person stop?
You can't.
You can't
physically. Can't.
Like you're gonna tackle this person and there's gonna be a flag. I mean, do you leave your feet, lunge, and fucking try to rip his head off? No, but you're gonna run into him. Like it's just gonna happen. To the ground. Yeah,
no, I get that, but when it's just part of the play, come on.
And helmet to helmet, it makes for a good highlight, but that kind of shit really fucks up people's. You're getting concussed.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it as Jibber was talking. I really can't. I want to say...
What were we trying to find?
Neil Tyson deGrasse.
Oh, yeah. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, sorry, yeah. I'm reading it. He had a tweet, I remember, because I follow him on Twitter. I can't remember the exact specifics, but he said something like, Von Miller, which is the middle linebacker for the Broncos, if he's running at full speed and hits you in the chest, it's like the equivalent of like 4 times of a shotgun or some shit like that.
Oh, my God.
I can't remember the exact stat that he used, but it was something like, holy shit.
It was a tweet?
Yes.
Let me see. Why we're all
looking at
it.
We need Stat Boy.
Frantically Googling.
We need Stat Boy Dana.
Yeah, that would be Stat Boy Dana. Although it might take him the whole episode to find this, because this is fucking buried. I mean, I do Google as a job, and I can't figure this shit out right now. I don't know.
I remember reading it live on Twitter at one point.
You should have favorited it.
I should have. Damn it.
You should have favored it. Okay. We're speaking of all these fines. Jerick McKinnon was fined $12,000 for grabbing his crotch on Monday Night Football. After his touchdown celebration.
I think Odell Beckham Jr. I think he's in $75,000 for the year or something like that.
Now, is he actually paying these, or is the team like?
No, he's paying.
Oh fuck! Terrell Pryor fined $9,000 for a LeBron like chalk toss touchdown celebration.
Why?
Now,
Why?
I think the celebrations they're okay. Now, here's the thing, and I saw this on Thursday night's game, and. Yeah, I guess we'll just release this episode, so it will be topical.
The Niners blew it off. I was like,
the Niners were getting their fucking asses kicked versus the Cardinals. It was like 31-7 or something.
It was glorious.
And I was cheering the whole time. And some Niners guy made a tackle. And he gets up and he's fucking... Going. I'm like...
I know where you're going. He's like, celebrating what? like he saved the fucking game.
Right. How about you fucking worry about... scoring some more touchdowns instead of praising the fucking Jesus or doing your pumping or whatever celebration.
You're the man beating your chest. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, in baseball, if it's 9-1 and you hit a 3-run home run and now it's 12-1. Yeah. Good math, Chipper.
Oh.
And you do a fucking Jose Bautista bat flip to the dugout. There's going to be a problem. Yeah. Why is that not a problem in the NFL?
You're getting drilled.
Yeah.
You're going to get hit.
So why are all these... Is the NFL more full of individuals than team players? Or why does it happen?
I think so. Now, maybe because there's no... What do they call them? What are those nerds call them on ESPN? Oh, the unwritten rules of baseball, where they complain about the unwritten rules of baseball and how they can get somebody killed. It just keeps people in line.
There's no unwritten rules in the NFL.
No.
That we're hearing. Well,
no, I'm seeing.
I don't see them written down anywhere.
Yeah, she get punched in the face.
Are the unwritten rules of baseball on? Are they written down? That could be curious.
That'd be a question to have.
Now, I do think the NFL is a little bit more. The players are more individualized, if that makes sense. I mean, in baseball, and the NBA and the NFL are very similar with their individual players.
Yes.
MLB baseball is a little bit more team oriented. Yes, you still have your superstars, your Buster Posies and your Kershaws and your Bryce Harpers and Trouts, but you
need to work collectively to actually be a competitive team,
right?
But I'm not saying that you still need some teamwork with football, but I think less. You can have back in 2015, Marshawn Lynch could have towed the rock, Seattle to a victory, or Russell Wilson could kind of carry the team.
Yeah.
Baseball, maybe not as much.
Well, Bumgarner sure carries the Giants a lot, it seems. But I mean, is this?
Hold on. Yeah, but still.
Yeah. I mean, like to go into the Kaepernick thing, like that's an individual thing, and these players, they're only concerned about themselves. I feel a lot in the NFL.
Yes,
with the celebrations, and you're down by 24 points. If you're down by 10 runs in a baseball game and you hit a base hit, you're not like acting like you're fucking Kirk Gibson.
Yeah. Doing the fist pump around the...
So there's just something weird about the NFL, and the NBA is kind of the same. Well, no, the NFL is probably the worst.
The one thing I don't get, maybe they don't show it on TV with football, is when like Odell Beckham Jr. when he does something stupid against the 15-yarder. Yeah. If I was a coach, I would come unglued.
I mean, those are easy penalties to eliminate.
Yeah, and you just cost 15 yards, and
That's, I mean, especially if you're trying to prevent a first down or whatever. Of course, that was a 4th and 4, and he goes and gets a fucking 15-yarder on against him.
15% of the total yards of the.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. But anyway, so the football season's going good for us. Our teams are top first place in the NFC West.
They are.
And the Niners are in the gutter, and they're not looking to come out anytime soon.
Even sweeter.
Now, we just saw something. Our favorite, the Niners fans, or whiners, as they're known by Cern and I.
I'm sure the rest of our faithful listening crew will be.
Now, this is when they turn it off.
This is when Chip and Cern Show go dark.
Back when Alex Smith was the quarterback.
Yes.
They were like, well, we got this kid, Colin Kaepernick. He's the next Joe Montana. I remember these exact words coming out of several of my friends' mouths. And Cerny, you could back me up on that.
I will back you up.
He's the next Joe Montana or the next Steve Young.
Yes.
Then for a season or two, they could not stop with this guy and how fucking great he is and stuff.
Oh, he was a Hall of Famer. He was a shoo-in.
And they were, the Niners did make the playoffs. But they didn't go much further than, round 1 or whatever.
Can't remember.
Now, and this Kaepernick guy, he just seems like a jackass. A lot of like...
Now, he actually did 2013. I believe he took him to the Super Bowl and lost to the Ravens.
John Harbaugh.
It was the Harbaugh.
Yeah, the Harbaugh. Yeah. But I will give him the credit over fucking Kaepernick.
Yeah.
But they made it to the Super Bowl, and you see... this in February, right after the Super Bowl, he's doing fucking Beats commercials, doing Jag commercials. His Instagram, he's just out partying with everyone, doing all this stuff, which is fine. He's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But the comparison gets made to Russell Wilson a lot because they're both kind of young. And then they show Russell Wilson's Instagram, and he's like, he's at a hospital, and this kid has cancer, and he's like signing a jersey for him. And they're like, what was Kaepernick doing? And he's like holding up bottles and like big chain at his, they're at a club or something, got bottle service with all of his crew. And it's like, oh, okay. And he slowly started sucking hard last year. Got a huge contract, upwards of close to $90 million. It's very incentive driven though, from my understanding.
But
it's like performance based contract. And then he sort of got injured at the end of last year after being so horrible.
The shoulder. It
was very mysterious. Very mysterious. He pulled, it was almost halfway through the season, right?
Yeah, they yanked him, yep.
And they're like, okay. And they were like, well, the talk was, should we bench him or Are they going to bench him to put, this Bradley Gilbert or where the fuck this guy's name is?
What is it? Gabbert.
Or are they going to, keep with Kaepernick since he's a franchise player and blah, blah, blah. And at this time, a lot of our friends have started to turn against him. Yeah, I've noticed.
The pitchforks were out.
And nothing was better than coming to work on Monday or Tuesday if they played the Monday night game and Crap had 3 picks last night and all this. You to hear all the excuses.
Usually my line is Niners look sharp.
Yeah.
Niners are mid-season form.
Mid-season form already. 1-4 or whatever the fuck they are now. But so he went injured, and then all of a sudden, he's on the injured reserve.
Gabbert was the next up and up.
He's the next guy, and everyone trade him, fuck it, blah, blah, blah.
He sucks.
What happened to your Joe Montana?
Yeah.
And now you want to get rid of him.
Now we have...
The Neil Gate?
No. We have... that too. But we have everyone trying to run... Put in Cap.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, the memories of these Niner fans. What the hell?
They can't... And then there's even... I was just reading something today that the third-string quarterback... People are like, bring him in now. Because this fucking Gabbert guy sucks. Which he does.
He does.
He was... he had 3 or 4 picks against the Cardinals, and
2. I don't know. There were some wide open throws. There's throws that maybe I could have made.
Yeah,
maybe.
But you could have done it, Zerny. I have faith in you.
So, and he's missing. I was like, yeah.
But I'm usually a pretty big ass. But I text Dana in our group text, and I said, like, not trying to be an ass, but is Kaepernick injured? Like, they're down by 20 points. Why wouldn't you just bring him in? Like, I don't understand. And I didn't really... There wasn't a really good answer why, right? He just...
No.
Is it too much controversy to bring him in right now? Because he's still... If
what
you don't know,
he's like 20
doing
pounds
the kneeling.
lighter. No, I think he's like 20 pounds lighter. He's coming off that shoulder surgery.
Oh, they're worried about him getting broken.
Yeah. And he hasn't really played, so he might be a little rusty.
Oh, so he hasn't been at camp or anything.
He was. I think he. No, I don't really. I didn't follow him. Was it just every time I see?
Why do you follow shit?
So just a little background. I've always been a Rams fan since I was little.
Yeah,
and we've grown up in Niner territory. So when I was little, I'm talking like 6, 7. I'd have my Rams hat on. I just remember like grown adults stopping me and just chastising the shit out of me
of a kid.
Yeah. For until you would have Phil, you let your son be a Lambs fan, and I remember.
Oh my god!
So, and there's the Niners, and
so
now I just feel every time I see the Niners,
you get upset.
I get upset.
That's fine. I can respect that. I just get up. I just like being contrarian against them. And
those memories of the strangers trying to touch me. Oh.
Black it out, sir. Black it out. I remember in the beginning of this season, they were like, well, is Cap going to be the starter again? Like, I thought he was I'm 100% assuming he's game ready.
Yeah, I thought he was too. But I think in as far as health wise or doctor's clearance note, he's game ready. But I don't know if they said he is 20 pounds lighter and
he will get fucked up then, which would be great. Yeah. And you were just reading about his contract a little bit that is trying to get restructured, but I think if he gets injured, he is like guaranteed certain amount of money if he gets injured.
Yeah, so it says his contract is unique in 2 ways, and this is from Deadspin. So his contract is unique in 2 ways. So first, since the initial 5 years are guaranteed for injury only, the Niners can cut Kaepernick at any time and not owe him a thing. It's like a pay-as-you-go plan. And secondly, instead of bonuses, the deal contains a de-escalator clause that requires Kaepernick to be widely successful for his payouts or his payouts each year will drop.
So basically, he has to perform or else he doesn't get any money.
Yes.
So by them keeping him off, I guess that's just an easy way of not paying him?
Well, since injury, so they're paying him for it right now anyway, right? Well, right now he signed whatever contract. So when they restructure it, at least it's guaranteed for injury. So if he breaks his leg or shoulder,
you were talking about when they restructure it.
Yeah. So I think he's going to sign it, or he's pretty close to signing it. I mean, they said
why
it
would
could
he
be
re-sign
worth
it?
up to $126 million if he hits all of whatever
okay.
his quotas are. But
If he wins 3 Super Bowls in the next 5 years or something
yeah,
like
and is
that.
a fucking MVP, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I do like the de-escalator clause since he has gotten progressively shitty.
Right, that's great.
Where most quarterbacks, when they first start, they're shitty and they
Right.
progressively get better. He has gone the other way. So
Yeah, he peaked early. Why would he re-sign this? Why would he sign this thing? Unless they're trying to give him a guarantee, like out money.
yeah, do you want to play? You can play under this, and then that gives us the option to cut you, and you can go somewhere else. And without, because that was the other thing, they were trying to trade him, but no one wanted that
No
big,
one with a not nasty contract.
nasty
is.
contract for a piece of shit.
Right, because I guess if they brought him in and he got,
Hurt.
nailed a couple times.
Or he would miss open receivers, or whatever, because he was absolutely terrible.
And he's got that fucking afro. He looks like a fucking idiot.
Well,
I mean, I don't care what people's hair looks like, but
Yeah,
with his whole, he looks like a fucking Muppet character. What's the Beaker? What's the guy that he...
Gonzo. That's the meme they usually
Yeah.
use. Yeah,
And he has this huge Q-tip, like...
yeah. He's got it's like a
afro.
70s afro.
Yeah.
He's got a nice,
I don't even... How would you get your fucking lid on?
I was thinking about that when I saw him. I was like,
Yeah.
I wonder how that
did
was.
he get it cornrowed all down, maybe?
Oh, he may have.
That
Okay,
would
so
be-
that makes sense.
Because there's no fucking way all that hair...
So he knows he's not going to play. So here's the tip. So I guess if he has his afro out in full, not braided,
Oh, yeah.
he's not going in.
He's not... He probably doesn't... He's not wearing his cup. He just has his hat
I
on.
wonder if that. I never. We never played. Chip and Sir never played football.
No.
Um,
I did get
you wear cup?
tired. And tired? That's not a word, tired. Because I was on the wrestling team,
yeah.
the football coach,
Tights.
was like, oh, hey, he went through everyone. He's like, okay, what's your weight class, people? And he, like, anyone that weighed 160 or over, he's like, you want to play football next season? I'm like, nah, I'm good.
No, and in high school, our football team was terrible.
Oh, God. Like, you want to play for a sub 500
I think we
team?
won 1 or 2 games. They're like, woo!
Yeah. They're like, oh, this season was wildly successful. We went 5-5.
Yeah. That's right. We had
Okay.
the first 500 record.
Right.
Like,
The
woo!
baseball team just won the fucking section.
Yeah.
Why would I go do that?
Yeah.
But, yeah, we never played football other than,
wonder if it
Thanksgiving
worked.
morning.
Yeah. Tackle.
Do you wear a cup? I
don't
would
know.
think you, well, I don't know. Maybe there's like a pad that goes there.
I don't know.
Any football players, tweet us, Chip and Cern Show. What do you use? What protects your dick and balls when you're playing football? Could you imagine taking a helmet to the balls?
Oh,
You'd be fucking done.
Oh, God.
Just cart him off. Like, I think he's paralyzed. No, he was hitting the testicles.
No, he's gonna need about 45.
Yeah. Oh.
The pain in his stomach needs to
Right.
subside.
They just like bring a bag of peas instead of the little neck brace. They just put a peas and a steak on your dick.
Okay, so when the football player gets hurt they put the little neck thing
Yeah.
on, they got to put the dick thing on.
Yeah. A big
dick split.
What could they blow? What would they blow up? That would be a huge day. Like, what if there was a huge like inflatable hot dog bun, and they like a trainer had to use the jaws of life to cut his football shorts or his football pants open.
Plop it out on this thing.
Like, just go under, get his sweaty balls and dick, and just kind of like bring it up, and then put this inflatable thing under it. That would be funny. Although you hope that you travel well. You hope you're a shower.
Yeah.
If you're a grower, you're going to be fucking embarrassed on Fox.
The rest of your life.
Yeah, that could be rough. Well, they tried to bring his penis and balls out, but his balls were sticking down further than his shaft and penis
Had to
were.
deflate the splint.
Right.
Two
Yeah.
sizes.
The trainer bust out a box cutter and had to get the split down a little further. Luckily, there was a child's one close by that they were able to use for his baby dick. Baby dick.
Oh, no.
Oh man, that would be? You would have a hard time getting picked up on the fantasy teams.
Yeah.
I would imagine after that one.
Good luck in the bars, too.
Oh, how would you ever? You go in like, oh,
Never living down.
old fucking baby dick's coming in. child dick splint's coming in here. If I was a bartender, I would just serve him beer in like a shot glass. Like, here you go. It's about all your little baby dick can handle.
Oh, your word.
It's all you're worth. Now, maybe next season we'll do a Chip and Cern show, or we should just call the league that we're in the Chip and Cern Show Fantasy Pick'em League.
Yes. What is it called now? Because it's going to be changed.
Nose Pick'ems.
Oh, that's right.
Weekly Nose Pickers. But, spelled nose because we like to be clever. Can we change it? Who made it, Joe?
Yeah, Kamish.
That would be funny.
Chip and Cern will have a sidebar with Kamish. We'll have it changed.
Mm-hmm. We got his ear. We got his ear.
Hopefully.
Now, this league is fucking well run, I must say.
It is. He's on his game.
I was drinking. Joe did well wrangling everybody. Everyone did well wrangling, minus Tony. But what can we expect there? Cerny and I'm the banker, so I have all the PayPal money. Then Cerny helped me with my spreadsheet on getting some formulas going on how much money we have remaining, how much payouts we're going, and if you win the week, you get paid out on Tuesday. Like, it's none of this, I'll write you the check and it's in the mail. No, we fucking get you PayPal to you right there.
Tuesday.
Dude, I mean, it's pretty good.
It is.
Imagine if we can get...
And if we actually put our minds to it instead of 3 days before.
Right. Imagine if we did a couple weeks before, 50. Yeah. But I think it'd be cool to win more each week. Like, what if we got it to you could win 100 a week? So you double your money by winning 1 week. Rather than, because at the end of it, that's so rare, especially with 40 or 50 people in the league. First and second place, I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool to win 500, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But I would rather have a chance. I have better odds of winning one of the weeks than winning overall.
And I agree. We should have
we'll put this on the note for next season.
Yes.
So
now let us know what you think by emailing us. Where, Chip?
Oh, Chip and Cern Show at Gmail. I always
put the rolls. I know.
I just do it. That is funny because whenever I do say that, I'm like, I mean, we both know what the email is, but I always say it and it kind of catches you off guard. And then you did it to me. And I was like, Chip and Cern Show at gmail.com. That was good, Cerny. And you can go online, chipandcernshow.com/shop if you want any of these hats, t-shirts, or stickers.
Twitter,
that
Facebook.
We are wearing. Twitter, Facebook. Thank you if you've been sending photos in. We really appreciate that of your stickers, and we like the screen caps or the photos of you listening at the gym or on your drive to work or your commute. We like kind of the screen cap of the album art, the logo that we did by Michael Spiegel Designs. He did a great job on that.
He did.
And check our website out for our show notes for each show. Maybe we'll throw some photos of the league up there or whatever. And, if we talk about music, YouTube videos or whatever that we're watching or articles, we will find those and we'll put them in the links so you guys can find them as well.
Yes.
And who's your pick for the Super Bowl?
Shit. So
I don't know. If you had to pick now,
it's a little tough because it's still we're releasing this.
Yeah.
So for those of you, sometimes we gang tape a little bit, so we can release it on a schedule.
Yeah.
So we're a little.
So we're early. We're in the first third. First quarter of the season, I would say. Standings right now.
To win it all, well, my heart says...
the Broncos and the Eagles are undefeated. And so the Vikings have been looking fucking strong, though.
And that's who my heart says the Rams. Don't get me wrong. But if I had to place...
If you had to put some cold hard cash on this.
Cash, it would probably be the Vikings right now. Their defense is rock solid. I think the Eagles, eventually, they got a rookie quarterback. Eventually, I think they're gonna come back down to earth.
Do you think the Eagles will?
Yeah, I think they're outplaying themselves right now.
Because I'm looking at some stats right here. The points against the Eagles, 27. That's barely any. Let me see. Broncos. God, the Broncos score a lot of points. I might rethink my pick this week. Anyway, send us your picks and fantasy football anythings to anywhere at Chip and Cern.
Suggestions.
We'll take it. We'll
shit
read
talking.
It. Yeah, we'd like to hear your shit talking, especially if you're a Kaepernick fan or a Niners fan.
Bring it.
Bring it. We can take it, and we will give it back harder.
Yep.
Anyway, until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers. Follow the Chip and Cern Show at chipandcernshow.com, Facebook and Twitter.
Listen at Chip and Cern Show, iTunes, Libsyn, SoundCloud, Google Play, and more.
Support the Chip and Cern Show on Patreon and chipandcernshow.com/shop.
Let us know we're doing some feedback. chipandcernshow@gmail.com. But most importantly, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a stranger. chipandcernshow.com.